take your skills up a notch. Search fighter pilot. Air Force accomplished.
Welcome back. Exciting times at Albert Park. The Australian Formula One Grand Prix live and free here on 10 is coming up. The season opener not too far away. Now, Chris from the RAAF, an FA-18 pilot. Yesterday when I had you in, you didn't give me the heads up that the big bird was going to come over and frighten the living daylights out of us, but he's beaten us to it today. Another aerial display. Great to see you again, mate. We've got Adam in the cockpit again. Run through what he's up to at the moment.
Right, great to be back here, Matt. It's a perfect day for the race and the display. So Adam will be pretty focused on the task as he's running in. He's flying down to a height of 250 feet. That's about 70 metres, and to give you an idea of how high that is relative to the aeroplane, he's got a wingspan. He doesn't know. Some people are trying to have a conversation. His wingspan's about 40 feet, so he's only about 8 times his own wingspan above the ground.
You guys in the RAAF must have a lot of those conversations when you're at work where you have to stop, start, pause, wait for guys to come overhead. But this isn't, here he comes again right above us. It's an extraordinary display and we could watch it all day, but what does it actually mean to the RAAF away from what you do work-wise to be able to come out and show what you've got and how you use it?
It's really good for us, and it's a lot of fun to just showcase the aeroplane. You know, most of our job is the tactics and the fighter side of being a fighter pilot. It's kind of cool just to come here and talk to people, show off the jet, and try and encourage people to pursue a career in the Air Force or in defence.
A lot of people want to know the facts and figures, mate. How fast is this thing going? What type of G-forces are on Adam's body up there?
Okay, so speed-wise, he's going to be doing about 1,000 kilometres an hour today, so that's about 3 times the speed the F1 cars are going to be going at. G-wise, if it means anything to you, he's going to be pulling up to 7.5 G. So under that G-force, his body is going to weigh 7.5 times what it does as he's just walking along the street.
This is a multi-million-dollar fighter aircraft, and we're seeing it at its flamboyant best. How difficult are they to fly? They look very nimble, they look very tricky. I mean, they can pull off wonderful tricks, but are they beasts to hold on to?
Beast is probably not the right word, and we take the training reasonably slowly. So we spend a lot of time training so that we become very good at the flying. That allows us to spend most of our brain space on the tactical situation and those fighter tactics. So they're not the easiest thing in the world to fly, but we do it enough that it becomes second nature after a while. You
know better than anyone that aerodynamics play such a big part in the world of Formula One. So when you walk down around this group and all these mechanics and technicians and scientists and computer geeks, and you're in your FA-18 RAAF uniform, they ever tap you on the shoulder and say, mate, come and have a look at this aero package that we're running? It's pretty cool.
That's what we're interested in, stuff like that. I have had a chat with a few of the guys, and it's one of the things I like about Formula One and fighters is that technological side and the money that gets spent and the engineering, the focus and the hard work that all our maintenance and engineering staff do to make sure the machine's in tip-top condition so that it can go out and do its job every time.
How heavy is this thing, mate?
Sorry, mate, what's that?
Aha, see? The occupational hazards of being an FA-18 fighter. I was asking you how heavy the aircraft is, and the reason why I asked you that was how on earth do you make it stall like that and not fall out of the sky?
Right, well, it varies in weight, depending on how many fuel tanks, how much fuel, how many weapons we're carrying, but in the order of 35,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds. Now, the reason it can hang in the sky at such a slow speed is because the engines are so powerful. So during Adam's display today, he's going to burn down his fuel, so he weighs less weight than the thrust that's available from both of his engines. So that means that if he were to point it straight up, which he will do, he'll actually be accelerating in the vertical as he heads towards the sun.
Yeah, and just quickly, his final manoeuvre will be shooting straight up into the sky. What's he travelling? How high does he get and what time?
He's going to get to... He's going to get to about 20,000 feet, and it's going to take him about 10 seconds.
10 seconds for 20,000 feet. That's my kind of job. Chris, great to see you again. Thanks once more, and thanks to the RAAF for being such great supporters. Also pass on our thanks to Adam up there in the A-18 Hornet. We are going to take a break from Albert Park as the plane high above us does its work as we get ready for the Formula One drivers to get in the car and get cracking for the first race of the season. Stick around. And here it is, that final burst, the final manoeuvre, as pilot Adam takes a look back down over the Albert Park circuit, 22,000 feet high into the sky in just 10 seconds flat. Come on, Dan, all right. And great job from our RAAF pilots. Let's go to pit lane, Mark Webber and Daryl Beattie.
Yeah, Matty, well, the excitement, we just saw that F-A-18 come through, and we all want to be fighter pilots at some stage in our lives, don't we, Mark?
Yeah.
But